My name is Caterina Campagna, and I'm here today with the Open Door News segment. You know, the news that makes you go, vrr, what? I can't, or just simply, they have to be making this up. It's your call. Anyway, on to our first story of the day. It comes to us from Scotland, where a married couple, Alex and Yvonne Hades, run a ghost hunting company professionally. And one day in their home, suddenly a book appeared. This is called a boarding. Now, this reporting happened, it seems, because they visited an abandoned building that was used as a prisoner camp in World War II. And this book that appeared was no ordinary book. It is a Bible that a soldier used as a diary. A Mr. Robert Letterink used this Bible to keep track of his time there at the prison. Now, the couple is currently working to align this Bible back to the ancestors of the fallen soldier. And there you have it. Spirits can make one object appear from one location straight into another. Now on to a place that people have referred to as hell on earth. In 635, a saint came and took this land called Spike Island and left it as a monastery to his disciples. After being a monastery, it was turned into a fortress and finally a prison throughout hundreds of years. And it was referred to as hell on earth due to its overcrowded and inhumane conditions. It kept murderous people, but also people who were charged with petty crimes at the time of a great famine. There was even reports of a man there named John Mitchell who appears as a white mist to this day, and also a child, Eileen, who had seen figures, human figures, with their eyes cut out, walking towards her. Now, it wasn't only her that saw them, but also the jailers there, and they would take aim at these figures, and of course, to no avail. They would just evaporate back into thin air. So there you have it, Spike Island, a great tourist attraction if you're into ghost hunting and happen to find yourself in Ireland. Ready for a cemetery run? Why not try Reading, Illinois? There you'll find Moon Point, a resting place initially made for Jacob Moon and his family. Later on, took on more visitors, and one such visitor is the Hatchet Lady, a woman known to be seen appearing mysteriously, weaving an axe, sometimes even throwing it. Visitors, live visitors that is, have reported that sometimes she gets so close to them that they even feel her breath on the back of their neck. Now, why she's there is debated. Some say it's because she lost her son when he was a boy and she went insane and picked up her first axe and started throwing it at people, and others say that her son was a fallen soldier of the Civil War and she's there protecting his grave with her axe. Sometimes she's even been known to throw it. Now for the special story that'll make you go, ha, and what the, all in once. And this scary tale happens in plain sight, which makes it all the more sinister. It is actually said to be cursed. I'm talking about the Poltergeist movie. Now, the initial movie of the trilogy came out in 1982, and it was written and co-directed by Steven Spielberg. Many children and parents were tricked into believing that it was a PG movie just like E.T., but a lot of strange occurrences said to be happening on set and off. For instance, the child who plays Robbie Fielding, the child actor is Oliver Robbins. And in one scene where a tree branch is choking him, it was thought that he was ad-libbing, he couldn't breathe, when it really turns out that he couldn't breathe and his face turned blue, which is when they stopped rolling the cameras. More frightening is what happened to Dominique Dunne, the actor who played his older sister. Not only was she a teenager who was subjected to catcalling on the actual film, but in real life, her boyfriend killed her and got away with it. He only spent 3 years in prison despite choking the young actress Dominique Dunne to death. Most famously and most tragically is the film's main star, Heather O'Rourke, who died at the age of 12. Now, she was in the movie sucked in to the television where she was held captive by the TV people. A podcast and website put out by a lawyer who disguises his identity by calling him or herself Enty, and the podcast and website is called Crazy Nights, Days and Nights, and it reportedly has shown that Miss O'Rourke's death could have been caused to the show Rocky Road, because in the 80s it was high tide for the pedophilia ring that happens in Hollywood. And on her grave, it was spray painted BK, Bruce Kane, who was the producer of Rocky Road, and also RR killed Heather O'Rourke. Her grave has been desecrated several times. Her body had to be moved because people would come and do mysterious things, like take her body from her crypt and cut her hair and take her flowers and take the stuffed animal that her stepsister left for her. She is now moved to an unmarked grave. That's it for now. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.